What's up, world? Briterion Bollection's back.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a minute. So this is our first. Was our first three people session.
Yeah, I think this is the first of its kind.
Yeah,
At least for this podcast.
Yeah, and at least filmed, I guess. Right.
Yep.
So I'm your host, Kevin. This is my wife,
Aileen.
And this is our friend, Byron. And you've seen him before. You've heard her here before. But now we're all together, and we've. Sorry, sirens. This is a relatively ghetto neighborhood, so you might hear those often.
Great description. I would just say that it's kind of a busy road. So
Yeah.
a lot of first responders tend to take this road.
Yeah,
right around here.
they go on this path. Anyways, we've all joined forces together today to talk about a particular special film. Something I saw in my childhood. I'm sure these guys saw it in their childhood.
I
Yep.
hear.
Yeah. So what movie are we going to talk about today?
Good son.
The Good Son,
Good son.
starring Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood. Yep. And I remember actually watching this in the theaters when it came out. Just because I was such a big Macaulay fan. My mom took me to see Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2 in theaters. So it's like, oh, here's a new movie, let's go. And we went, and then as a little kid, I was like, holy shit, like this is totally different from Home Alone.
Yeah.
Like totally different tone. But I remember even as a kid being impressed by his acting. I was like, holy shit, like he really killed it. He played a totally different character.
And we haven't really seen him. I haven't seen him as an adult playing anything, but yeah, he was born to be an actor, because to be this good at that age,
Young. Yeah.
and he did it in several movies. We did talk about Uncle Buck,
Yeah.
Richie Rich, My Girl, so it wasn't just like a one-off.
Yeah, exactly.
It was several films.
Yeah. And I saw My Girl too in the theater. I swear, like every movie he did at that time.
I don't know if I've seen all of them in the theater, but that's pretty cool you did.
Yeah. So
Ironically, I never saw any of those films in the theater.
Yeah.
And it always happened when they were already on TV.
yeah. Well, you're a little bit younger, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, but not that much.
Okay. Sorry, I was trying to give you props. Trying to give you young props.
So yeah, don't make it seem like you're that old.
Right.
Fine.
That's a good point.
But what's kind of ironic is we were already planning this like a couple weeks ago.
And then I texted him and said that I looked it up, and I was like, "What's on Netflix?" I think I texted him.
Right.
And then you're like, "Oh, let's do it."
Yeah, exactly. And one of the irony is that I also saw that they also just did it on the rewatchables on Bill Simmons.
Yeah,
and
they
shit.
did that, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Everything kind of just came together for this film.
yeah.
But-
So it's like we have to talk about it at the same time they're talking about. But I think we see things differently than how those guys do.
That's
Probably.
I mentioned shit differently.
Yeah, and actually, since we said that it's three of us talking about the movie, but we do have a guest here on the
Oh, yeah.
couch who's asleep, and
Yeah.
that's our cat Mal.
No, well, he was nice.
But
But yeah, he doesn't want to get out the
Yeah.
couch, so he's joining us.
It's not willing to move. So
He's our special fourth member today. Yeah, you can enjoy him. He'll just sit there and look cute. So The Good Son. This came out
1993.
93. Yeah, the director is Joseph Rubin, who I don't really know.
I'm not very familiar.
Don't know his works.
Oh, he did another movie you really like. Another movie you really like.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh.
He did Stepfather, the original.
I do kind of.
Yeah, that movie's tight.
Yeah,
Right?
but-
Oh, so that's
Okay,
what
good one.
we did.
And he did another movie you love,
Which is,
Which is?
Sleeping with the Enemy.
Oh yeah, I do
Joey
like that
Roberts. Chief.
I still haven't seen that.
No, they're both great movies. I guess he's good at thrillers. He's hella good
I
at
guess
it.
that's his thing. Yeah.
That's his thing.
Seems like
I gotta give this guy more props.
yeah.
Those are three classics right there.
Just for those.
Yeah,
alone.
just for those.
Yeah, he deserves.
He also did Money Train, believe it or
That's a
not.
good movie.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'll give him that.
Snipes and Harrelson
Okay.
together again after White Men Can't Jump.
That was a really nice.
Yeah,
But
but they did like 5 movies together.
Yeah, White Man, Wildcat.
Yeah, Yeah.
Did Money Train.
Yeah.
Like maybe one more.
I think, yeah.
There's 3 or 4.
Yeah, I don't know. They're weird homies somehow. I don't know.
They're connected.
It's like you're the whitest guy I've ever seen, you're the darkest guy I've ever seen.
But yet you guys, yeah.
Let's ebony and ivory, you know.
Yeah.
So now's the Wikipedia section. So I'll read you the
Let's get
Wikipedia
to that.
description
Yeah.
from this, at least what I see here. So 10-year-old Mark Evans has recently lost his mother, Janice. Before leaving on a business trip to Tokyo, Mark's father, Jack, transports him from Arizona to his Uncle Wallace and Aunt Susan's house in Rock Harbor, Maine, where he will stay during winter break. Mark is reintroduced after a decade to his extended family, including his cousins 6-year-old Connie and 10-year-old Henry. There was a third child named Richard who drowned a year before. Mark and Henry get along initially, and Henry seems to be nice and well-mannered. However, Henry displays an abnormal fascination with death, making Mark feel uneasy. That's a pretty good description, I think.
I think that's spot on.
Yeah.
That says it all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, good son. And so we start off and we see the hospital, right? His mom.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we first start off with Mark is with his soccer team during a match.
That's the very, very
That's
That's the opening scene. Then we get to the mom.
Right.
Then in the hospital
sure.
after that.
Cut to the mom in the hospital, and his dad takes him to her, and he basically sees her on her deathbed,
Yeah.
essentially.
She is under them.
Yeah, and I guess she had cancer, was it?
And I don't think they ever really
Get into it?
said it, but I think they're implying that she had.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what she had. And it's actually kind of interesting because the opening of this almost reminds me of Audition, the Japanese film of Takashi Miike, which is one of my favorite films, actually. Because it starts in a similar way. You see it's a hospital and you see a kid. He's going to his mom's bed to bring her some art project that he did at school. And then the dad is there and he has to look at him like crying. It's like kind of almost the same intro, and it has a similar tone to it, which is pretty interesting.
Right.
But even seeing Elijah Wood there, he's a pretty good actor. Like for a little kid, he's really good.
Yeah.
Definitely nailed it.
Yeah,
Too good.
yeah, he killed it. So next we see right after her death, his father, who's played by
David Morse. And it's really weird to see him in this role, considering that he played the bad guy in other movies.
yeah.
If you ever watched The Uncertain Dark or if you watched The Serbia, just really look more into it. I won't.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
What's the guy, the neighbor?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm disturbing it.
yeah.
Yeah, he usually plays like a-hole bad guys, creepy.
Except for this role.
Yeah, except for this
Right.
randomly.
He's like a good
Yeah.
father, whatever.
Yeah, and I think he actually started with Denzel. I think he was on Saint Elsewhere, because wasn't Denzel on
the show? Yeah.
Yeah.
On the show.
Yeah, he was on there, and he's all young looking. You see this old footage, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, like
Yeah.
I never thought that guy was ever young. He never looked young to me. Like,
Yeah, so he's actually driving. He's actually driving him. He's driving Mark over to his aunt and uncle's house in Maine. That's where their house is actually located.
right? Yeah, and then doesn't he mention that his job is requesting he goes to Japan for 2 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like he doesn't want to leave him alone at that time because like his mom just died. Can't leave him alone at all for nothing.
No, so
it's
that's
2
probably
weeks.
the right choice. You know, still family,
Yeah,
distant family. You know,
Right.
it's not your mom, but it's your own.
yeah,
There's still
Still family.
yeah. But and then his dad decided, oh, I need to go because this deal in Japan could set us up for life. I can make.
I gotta go do this
Huge
right
money.
now. Yes.
And
I'm looking out for you by
Yeah,
doing this.
yeah.
It's obviously the mom.
why not
Sure.
seem like it? Because I'm leaving you for 2 weeks.
But I have to do this for
Yeah.
the money part of it.
Right,
If I
exactly.
get this deal. Yeah. First
Yeah.
step.
Yeah, but little would you know that this would be pretty eventful 2 weeks. You know.
very well.
If he would have known this, he would have
Yeah.
never dropped the kid off. Let's just say that. His own son. He
Yeah,
would have
Yeah.
He would have made other arrangements.
Yeah, so basically they go on a road trip to his brother's house, right? In Maine. And they drive through, I think he says like 11 states in 13 days or something. Like
Yeah.
So, yeah, and so they're driving through the desert, Arizona. And he's trying to comfort him a little bit, but he's really not feeling it. He's like too distraught still.
Yeah.
Um,
And you just see him playing on his Game Boy.
yeah,
Because
exactly.
he's been trying to get his attention, but he's just really.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in his own little world. Uh, and so they get to the brother's house and they're like, oh, here's another
Disruptor.
yeah, there's another
And
eaters.
actually, and our special guest left
Yeah.
too. So.
Now that he can eat, he's good.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. So anyway, and then they finally get to the brother's house and they're like, oh, nice to see you, Mark. And they haven't seen you in 10 years. And they're all hugging.
Everything's good at first.
Yeah.
By the way.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden you hear some loud scream. You hear like a loud like "Ah!" or something. You're like, what is that? And then the dad's like, Henry, come down here.
He's got like this white mask.
Yeah, he's got this weird mask. So you see this head pop out
And then he has like another mask.
upstairs.
Yeah, he's holding
Where
it
it is. Yeah.
like-
So we can be
We can be brothers. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Is that
which of course is Henry, played by
Macaulay Culkin?
Yep. And yeah, it's a nice little intro.
Yeah. Because you're
It's like,
kind
going
of
on with the mask.
yeah, you're kind of like I can't even see his face. Obviously,
Yeah.
he's got a mask on. So that was kind of interesting how they showed him first with that.
Nice touch, Joseph Rubin. Yeah, heard of.
Yeah.
Nice direction. Yeah, and so yeah, I guess he's there on winter break, Mark. So it's like 2 weeks winter break. Dad's going to Japan, and he has to stay there with his relatives who he hasn't seen in a long ass time. So
Not since he was left in diapers.
yeah, say, well, you never know. Could have been diapers 2 days. Since he was a baby in diapers.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then Henry's like, let's go play outside. So they go play outside and they climb a tree to get to his tree house.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty big ass tree. That's a high ass tree.
Yeah,
That's like
but-
30 feet up.
Like you drop him that.
You're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
Oh,
not
yeah.
survive.
Much less a little kid.
Yeah. You don't have a lot of weight on you.
Yeah.
Kids. So they're not like that.
Yeah, exactly. So and Henry climbs it easily, but then he's like, come on, climb up here. And
He's used to climbing
Yeah.
it, and obviously Mark is like
Mark is kind of struggling,
Yeah.
and he gets kind of near the top, and his foot breaks a branch of the tree, and then he's dangling there,
Yeah.
basically. And Henry grabs him, and that's like 30 feet up. It's hella high.
Yeah, very way too high for a treehouse, really.
Yeah, don't you think the parents would have been like, hey, can you make the treehouse a little lower? You know what I mean? Like,
The
But
thoughts
it
of
just shows you how naive they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they were as involved
no.
because they would have been seeing that. They would have been like, you're not going to have it.
Yeah.
That high. We're going to stop this.
Yeah, I mean,
They probably didn't walked out and really paid attention to it.
right.
You know?
Yeah, you could interpret this. I mean, I think on the surface, you interpret this as a movie where it's a crazy kid, like a fucked up kid.
But it's
really-
a reflection of the parents.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
And I didn't think about it like
yeah.
that till right now.
Yeah.
Because if a kid is one way, it's a reflection of the parents regardless. Because he's only a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
I can only put so much on Henry's character.
You dictate. how
You should be dictating how your son acts, right?
Yeah.
Like if he's not behaved, if he's being malicious, if
Yeah.
he's being,
he's
evil,
evil.
that's a reflection of the parent.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't know what you're
In a-
teaching him. Or,
Yeah.
In a way, it is actually.
yeah, they can't take all ownership, but they have to take a lot of
At
it.
least half.
Yeah, yeah. You have to take at least half.
Yeah.
You're his parent.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, I agree with that.
it could be interpreted that. So yeah. So and then he's holding him and he's about to fall, but he comes out with that classic line: "If I let you go, then you can fly." Like, it's like a classic line in the movie. I think I remember it in the trailer, like back then. I remember seeing it.
Yeah, they have to throw that in.
Yeah. And then they go to some abandoned building and they're throwing rocks and breaking the
Breaking
windows.
windows.
That looks like fun, actually. I would
Yeah.
have liked to
I
do
mean, kid, that's kid stuff.
Yeah.
I did something like that, but in retrospect, that was probably not the thing to do.
I think as kids we all, well, we don't have to
Yeah.
get into each individual count, but
Right.
I've done some things. I'm pretty sure you've done
Yeah.
some things. I think it's just part of being.
Right.
You're gonna do
Yeah.
some things that are not
Yeah. Do some
great.
stupid things that you learn from.
Yeah, it's part of being innocent and part of being like you feel like. I think when you're a kid, you just feel like you can do whatever.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're a kid kind of hides the fact that you'll get in trouble or you
Right.
feel that way. So
Yeah, you're not aware of any.
consequences.
Yeah.
Or you're not thinking about
Yeah.
it like that.
or your mortality or anything.
Right. So,
You know, um, yeah, watching this back almost reminded of me and my cousin Junior actually when we were kids. Like, not that he was that evil as Henry, but he was kind of like the bad influence a little bit on me, in the sense that he would kind of
we usually have a
fuck
list
around.
around too.
Yeah,
Because I had kids around me that were, hey, let's go steal. Hey, let's do this.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then we cut to Macaulay lights a cigarette. Well, Henry lights a cigarette, and he's smoking.
That was actually my third moment that I wrote down. I did moments, and
Right,
right after the second moment being when he goes to his house and
right.
they
meet.
The third moment was smoking, because that's especially as that I'm guessing I don't
10.
know their age. So
10
they say
years old.
10.
He said, yeah, it says Henry 10.
You don't know what you're doing. You
Yeah.
don't know the effects of what smoking have, but
Right.
that's a bond now that you guys share together, because you guys both did something that only adults should be doing.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So, to me, that was their first, like, okay, we did this together.
Yeah, no, I love that scene. And so he starts smoking, and then he's like offering it to Mark, and Mark's like, it causes cancer. And then what does Macaulay say? What does Henry say? He's like, well, you're gonna die anyways.
Yeah, he said he's might as well try because you're gonna die.
He's speaking almost like if he's a grown man.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you wouldn't say that.
Yeah.
No.
But when you're grown, I can see a grown
Yeah.
person saying that. Like,
He
listen,
extended saying it.
like, I don't care. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass away.
Yeah.
When you're 10 years old,
Yeah.
I don't expect you to say that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and how he says
it.
that line, he says it so perfect. He says it
Yeah.
so
It's great.
like badass in a way.
Yeah.
Because he's like, it goes good. So he's like, you're gonna die anyway. And he's like, might as well smoke.
He had a quick comeback.
Yeah,
It wasn't like he had to think about it. It was like, well, you just
Yeah.
kinda, like,
There's
it is what it is.
Yeah.
You're gonna die anyway.
yeah, there was something pretty badass about how he says that.
Yeah.
It's like rare to see a young kid like have that, you know.
Yeah.
And he is always really
different.
charismatic.
He's a different kind of kid.
Yeah, he's a different breed.
Yeah. You don't see a lot.
Macaulay was a different breed.
You don't see a lot of Henrys out here like that.
No. Even though I know a lot of kids named Henry who are kind of things in the ass.
I don't know if they're.
Yeah,
His level.
I can't say.
He's a whole nother level.
Yeah, not for his level, but
Yeah, we'll get into some more stuff he does.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, that was a cool moment. I mean, it was really.
Them smoking.
I mean, that whole when you meet him, it really sets the tone. You're like, this kid is like crazy. You know,
Yeah.
they set that off really easily.
Yeah.
And yeah, and just seeing him interact with him, it's just like, okay, like you're gonna be in for a while, right?
And you kind of see that they're not. It's almost like he's trying to fit in with them.
Right.
Even in the
He
beginning,
wanted to.
he's not acting bad yet. By smoking.
He's not acting evil yet.
But it just seemed like, for me, like Mark was like now not willing to do the same things he was doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Maybe if he was with another friend, he wouldn't be throwing. He wouldn't be smoking.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like, but because he's with him, he's like, well, I feel like I have to.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it.
Oh yeah,
He wasn't really his type of friend. He was just had to go along with it because he's like, well, I'm hanging with you. So
yeah, he really got pressured into
he got pressure.
He got peer pressure.
That's what I thought.
He's like, he's cool. I need to be like him. You know.
Right.
Shit.
But he's doing things that I don't approve of.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna do them anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. And then Henry asks him about his mom who passed away. So he asks some pretty like personal questions. He's like, "Did you see her body?" And he's like, "No, they didn't let me see her body." Right? They hid him away from that, so he didn't have to see her. Like
so you
that.
didn't have the trauma of it.
Yeah, I guess so. Which maybe that's probably the right move. I guess.
I think so. That's a lot for a 10-year-old kid to see his own mom's body.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then Henry starts talking about his little brother who passed. And he says how, I saw my younger brother's body. He was like talking about that. But he talks about it like emotionless. Like he
didn't feel anything from saying it, right?
Yeah, he's
like, it's just something that
like
happened.
matter of fact.
Right.
Which says something. But that's also another sign of his acting. Like the fact that he was able to put that in there. You know? Like he was pretty brilliant.
Yeah. You believe that he really is his character.
Yeah.
Even in real life.
Oh yeah.
He's not a
exactly.
He's not a Henry, but he's playing that character very well.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then they walk away and they see Henry's mom standing on the cliff looking towards the water. And that's like what she does.
To reflect, I guess.
Yeah. Mark's like, why does she do that? Yeah. And Henry's like, oh, like she always does that. Like I guess she was ever since my brother passed.
That's her way of like
Yeah,
getting away and thinking or something.
yeah, yeah, like, yeah. Remembering him, I guess. Then there's another scene where they're on this pier, this little pier bridge thing, and then this pit bull comes out of nowhere and starts chasing, barking at him. Right?
That's the next moment.
Yeah,
Yeah,
another good moment.
because now it's a moment of danger together. See,
Yeah.
I'm in different moments.
Right.
Smoking is like, okay, we're doing something we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
Now we're in a moment where, hey, we can get bit, maybe die
Right.
if we don't get out of this.
Yeah.
And I'll let you talk about it, but it was interesting in that moment that they just didn't do what I thought they were going to do, but that would have been more dangerous, which is to jump over the ledge
Oh yeah.
into the water.
Yeah.
Because when you see the movie, it seemed like it was a long run.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
dog's going full speed and they make it to get to the other side, but you just feel like they're not going to make it.
Yeah. Yeah. They sprinkle in a little Cujo in here.
Yeah. Like they
Cujo,
just make it.
Lost Boys.
Yeah, they just make it and close the fence, but that dog was like right there.
Yeah. Yeah. When they close the fence, Henry gets in the dog's face and he's like, "Rawr, rawr,
Yeah.
rawr," and it's just like, I think that's another sign. It's crazy.
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Rawr. Look,
Well, he says
Like,
purposely.
Mark is too scared to do that.
Yeah.
He's not trying to go
Yeah.
and be like, he's
we're gonna egg him on.
He would not egg them.
Yeah, because he was just provoking.
Yeah. And
That was a crazy scene.
Yeah.
That was moment four.
right. And then another scene after that is Henry shows Mark this like crossbow that he made where he can shoot screws out of. He chooses to shoot screws out of them, and he's like, "Oh, let me show you how
Right.
this works." And then he sees a cat. And he's like, "Oh, I can."
He's like,
That's-
I don't want to
He's
hit it.
gonna
I just want to scare it. I think. he said.
Well,
Right.
now Mark tells him, "Oh, but don't hit him, like to
hit
scare
it.
him."
And that's, yeah. That's
And he's like, "Sure." That's what he says. So like you know that he's really trying to kill it.
right.
So then he shoots it and it misses. It misses pretty wide. It doesn't get that close to the cat. Luckily.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you can see we have cats here, so
Yeah.
I'm a cat lover.
Right.
So that was saddened me to see that.
Yeah.
So luckily he misses wide, and Mark's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Like it's cool how you made that."
Oh yeah,
And then-
because he just goes, that was a cool shot.
Yeah. But then
Yeah.
Henry's like, "Yeah, but the sight's off." Like he says it because he meant to really hit him.
Yeah.
He tried to aim it exactly at the
I
cat.
didn't want to miss.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't intending on it, so that's how he knows he needs to perfect the sight.
All right.
So that's another scene where it shows that he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Glimpses.
yeah, and then they try it again though. I guess he fixed it overnight. He fixed the sight a bit. So
Is that
then-
when they get the dog?
yeah, that's when they get the dog.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so the next day
And he probably feels good about that because it feels like, well, that dog was trying to kill
yeah
us. So.
yeah he's trying to asshole dog, but Mark feels bad about it.
No, Mark wasn't for it.
Yeah, he looks out like yeah he was chasing us, but he doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you take him out. Right?
Yeah, but
That's what they did.
Henry's happy. He's like, yeah,
It's kind of lucky, like celebrate.
yeah, kill the pit bull, yay! So and then they pick up the body and they have to dispose.
Oh
of it.
yeah, and they go drop it
Yeah,
like in a
they
well.
throw it in the well. Yeah,
yeah. I remember that.
yeah, it's pretty sad. So they'll
They
take
They had
it-
to carry it for a while. They
Yeah.
took it over to the
Yeah,
well.
and they bundle it up.
you
Yeah.
can see like blood on the outer end and just throw
Yeah.
it over.
Yeah, just don't you can hear
Yeah, you
the
can-
water splash.
Yeah, when it hits the
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, to me, this is just sounds like crazy scene after crazy scene.
They start going.
yeah,
They started going.
start like picking up
now,
steam.
now at this point,
Yeah.
it's like scene after scene. It's
Yeah.
very like, oh wow, this is that.
Yeah.
This,
And then is he in his room or is it in his treehouse? I guess it's his room because it seems more better lit. Because they go in his room and you see this tall figure there, kind of sitting there, and then it's kind of scary almost. You're like, what the hell is that? Almost like a scarecrow type of figure.
Oh yeah, I think that was in his room.
Yeah, that was in his room. So Henry's like, oh, let me show you something, Mark. And then they walk into his room and he sees this guy figure there.
Right.
He's like, what the hell is that? He's like, this is Mr. Highway. And he's like, Mr. Highway.
They're gonna go throw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was the next. That was the next one.
We're gonna walk over to the bridge and then you're
Mark doesn't know that, but yeah,
Yeah.
he's about to be in tune for
Yeah.
not something very disturbing.
Yeah, they go to the
Because I don't know how many cars were involved in that crash. It was like
Like
7 or
yeah, like 10.
you just keep hearing like
It was at least 10 cars because
Yeah.
they walk over to the bridge and he just throws them
Yeah.
down
Yeah, and Mark's like, no, like he
tries to like, but it's too late.
Yeah.
He dropped it.
Yeah.
Because he actually made a camper tip over, and he made about 10 other cars hit
Yeah.
each other.
And just
was
walked
so
off
cool.
like it was.
Yeah, like nothing.
Yeah.
He just walked
Like
away.
he's cold blooded. Like
Yeah.
he shows no emotion to
Yeah.
even bad stuff.
no remorse.
Yeah.
nothing.
Like I can just cause accidents and not care anything.
Yeah.
I can kill a dog and
Yeah.
So he's showing you also
Yeah.
there's no humanity in him.
Yeah.
He just does
He's just a
he doesn't feel anything.
yeah, he's like a monster. He's like a little
Yeah.
monster.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit. He's like, fuck your feelings.
I do what I want
Yeah.
to do and I don't care how you feel about it or
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, luckily no one was seriously injured because they reported it on the news after.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
I remember they showed.
They were like, luckily there was like a few people sent to the hospital with minor injuries. Like, luckily no one was seriously injured.
Right.
And he was like almost like disappointed. He's like, damn, this is
Right. Right.
That's the fact that he actually turned someone,
yeah.
at least one person,
Yeah.
to
Yeah. He built that thing just to cause
Yeah.
chaos and hopefully death, I think.
And the
Yeah.
crazy thing is, his mom and dad didn't know nothing.
Yeah,
It's,
nothing.
you know, they're thinking he's a pretty good boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's because when they see him having fun with Mark, they
Right.
only see that side.
Yeah.
You know, they don't see him throwing things off the
Right. Exactly.
trajectory.
Because like
They don't-
what, like when does he intervene with the parents? Is that way later? Is that still a bit?
It's a bit after.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the next thing I have is his sister goes into his room and him and Mark are there.
They fight over her
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
because he's saying you can't be in here,
Yeah,
and
he
then
questions
Mark,
his
Mark
sister.
says no.
Yeah.
This is my room,
Yeah.
and she
Mark
can't. Be.
intervenes. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that was another moment because now they're actually going against each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they're not friends anymore.
They're not friends. At that point, they were willing to fight, and they kind of did a little
Yeah.
bit.
They pushed each other.
They pushed each other. Yeah.
So there's, yeah, and his sister.
Yeah, so they're fighting, but then Henry's mom comes in and she's like, "Hey boys, what's going on?
Mhm.
Why are you guys fighting?" And then Henry plays out. He's like, "No, we're just playing, right, Mark?" And then of course Mark is compelled to agree with him. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he doesn't want to just be like, no, like, yeah,
And he probably feels that she wouldn't agree.
believe him anyway.
She's
right?
gonna leave her son. So
Yeah.
her son said it. He's just like, I have to go along with it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And he says like, "Oh, you like my sister, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "But accidents will happen." And he's kind of like, "What do you mean accidents will happen?" Like, the hell does that mean?
And that sets you up for the
Yeah.
futures, which we'll get to that.
Yeah,
yeah.
The scene, obviously.
yeah, because then he's like, accidents can happen.
I think that's what he's alluding to.
Yeah, but then
That wasn't even.
But yeah, Mark asked him like, "What do you mean accidents can happen?" And he's like, "Oh, ask my mom about Richard. He got his little brother,
Yeah, first.
his baby brother."
Right.
And then he was like, so he's kind of admitting that he had something to do with that.
Right. But it's funny because he tried to do something.
Yeah,
with his sister.
yeah, exactly.
So that's.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to incriminate himself, but he wants to show him that he could do crazy shit.
He wants to
you know?
show him
Yeah, for sure.
almost to be
Yeah,
be afraid of me. Like
Yeah.
I'm willing.
Don't
to
try to fight back.
Yeah, I'll do things that you probably won't want to do,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
and I'm not afraid to do.
And he calls his sister Vermin.
Yeah, because he tells her, "Get out of here, Vermin."
Yeah, it's good.
That's a little shit.
Yeah,
They took.
he's the name. But watching this, it almost felt like a horror movie. Like I feel like he's like Pennywise or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
like scene after scene, he's tortured someone.
yeah, it's a lot coming at you.
Yeah.
You know, it's
You know who he reminds me of actually? This could almost be like if I was gonna write a analysis book on the Good Son, I'd be like the Good Son, Child's Play. Like he's like Chucky. He's blonde. He's crazy. He'll
yeah.
kill anything.
wait, I thought Chucky
Just not
was
it.
a red.
Well, he's blonde version.
They're both white,
Yeah.
nothing else.
Yeah.
Right?
Caucasian,
Yeah, we got that part.
doll looking.
But one is a doll and one is
Yeah.
human. But the doll
Yeah.
is a human.
Yeah, and there are certain shots in this, like I feel like the director did on purpose, and the cinematographer, where Macaulay, I mean him as the actor himself, like he looks like freaky. Like they did certain angles and like certain shadow when you see him, and you're like, what the fuck? His face looks all like deformed or something.
Like, freaky a little
yeah, like his face looks like stretched out or something like that. And I feel like they kind of did that on purpose to just
Sure, they probably
make him
did.
have that freaky type of look.
Type of look.
Even though you're not that conscious of it while watching it, you're just like enjoying the movie.
Yeah.
But then I kind of was analyzing certain shots, and I was like,
Right.
"Oh, his face looks weird there." like,
Right.
like the way the shadow, like
That probably wasn't by coincidence.
Yeah,
You know,
I think they did
that was the
yeah.
director.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was his
Like,
character, so it's like let's try to play that up. And then in this next scene, they play hide and go seek, right? You remember that?
Oh yeah. When the parents went on a date night
Yeah.
and they're playing.
is that
hide and
when they
seek,
discover like a duck or something like that? Or is that later?
Is that part? Or
Maybe I'm off.
okay.
He finds something, I believe.
Okay. So yeah, they're playing hide and seek. And the mom, she still feels guilty about the baby's death. She feels like it was her fault.
Yeah, because she walked away to answer the phone, and then the minute that she came back, she saw that the baby had drowned in the bathtub.
Yeah, exactly. So it was really him intentionally doing that, but she's blaming herself.
Right.
And she's
Because she doesn't realize that he's the one who.
Yeah. She's not aware of that, so she's taking on all that guilt when really she should be blaming him. you know, I mean, not that that's much better. It's like your other son,
Right.
but it's like he's like a bad seed. He's just like an evil child, you know.
Right.
I mean,
It's a bad
I guess they didn't help the situation by not parenting him enough. But
yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, the daughter seems normal, but I mean, maybe they treat their daughter something different.
Yeah.
Because a lot of parents do that. They'll
Yeah.
let their son fuck around with. They'll be like really strict with their
Yeah,
daughters.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I guess that's yeah. So and then Mark hears that Connie is skating with Henry, and it's kind of interesting because he's like, "Oh, where's Connie?" And the mom's like, "Oh, she's skating with Henry." And then cut to
he overhears the parents talking
yeah.
about something, and I know that the dad asked where's Henry, and she tells them, "Oh, he took Connie ice skating."
Right when you hear that,
yeah, Mark brushes out.
yeah, Mark. It cuts to him like running in the woods, like
Yeah.
he's
on a mission.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was really
Cut to him, he's running like he's fucking Harrison Ford in the future. Like
he's
it's like this is a
Yeah,
like running
because
his ass.
he already knew that scene the good was not.
yeah.
Yeah.
He sensed it. He was
Yeah.
right.
They had to do a tracking on him for like a minute of him running through the woods. Like,
He was probably running the fastest.
yeah, he's running like 90 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And this camera had
And it was for a minute too.
Yeah.
Just
yeah, it looks
Yeah.
like holy shit.
That was quite
The fastest I've ever seen little kid run.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then Henry is skating with her, and he has her by the hand, like he's acting like he's like a good little brother,
Right.
good brother. I mean, carrying his little sister,
Right.
and then he sees that there's that area that has
Locked off.
yeah, it's blocked out because it has
Thin ice, basically.
yeah,
But like
Yeah.
breakage.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's skating over there, and like no one else notices this because no one was like, "Hey,
Just like
kid."
slings her too.
Yeah, he throws her over there.
Once he gets to a certain point.
Yeah,
it's like,
because there is this area that's taped off.
Yeah.
That where no one's allowed to
Yeah.
go back because there's thin ice.
Yeah.
But he makes her go all the way to that, so she goes over the tape. Yeah, she goes past the tape
Yeah.
towards the thin ice area, and she just stands there.
and it starts to break.
Starts to cry.
And
Yeah, it
she
starts to
get
cry,
back in,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, and then she falls in. And
Right.
you're like, oh shit.
Yes.
I remember was seeing that in the theater. I was like, oh fuck. Like,
Yeah. You feel for her.
yeah. Yeah.
She's
She must be freaking freezing.
Yeah. It's like that's extremely cold water.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. And it's like he wants to kill all his siblings, you know?
Yeah, yeah. You already had one. Now you're going for your sister.
Yeah. And he might even try for Mark if possible.
He probably would have been next.
Yeah.
And he would have just chalked it as an accident.
Yeah.
He was
exactly.
probably like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Everything's fucking accident. And when she falls in, Henry pretends to try to save her. He's really like, he's like kind of pushing her.
But he's not really trying.
Yeah. He's like, come on, get my hand. He's like,
pushing her back.
Yeah.
That's it.
yeah, exactly. And Mark is trying to reach her, but they're like, no, they'll go get him. Yeah, they won't let us.
But luckily, you know, they need to pull her out of time.
Yeah, some guys
Yeah,
come with
yeah.
axes. And
They have to like
chop
chop out.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they get her out.
Yeah, and they pull her out of the.
She survived.
yeah,
but
yeah. But I'm sure she needed a while she could.
Yeah, she
You can get-
she really needed some time.
You can get like hypothermia.
Yeah,
Like, your body goes like
Oh,
shock.
Oh yeah.
she could have got it even in that short.
Yeah, all it takes is that water stack.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Probably a few minutes, you already have it.
Yeah, exactly. Or like it'll freeze your heart. Like, your
Could
heart
pass away. Yeah, like if
Oh,
it gets that cold,
Yeah.
you know, can't breathe. Yeah.
So yeah, when she's at the hospital. The parents see her, and she ends up being fine. Like by the grace of God.
Yeah, she's surprised.
Yeah, and Mark sees the mom the next day. The mom is at that.
Oh, that's when he has a talk.
area.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you.
Yeah. That she's at the cliff, and he tells her, "Oh, that wasn't an accident."
She's like not buying it.
Yeah, did that. She's like, "No,
Don't tell about myself.
yeah," and then she smacks him. Right?
Yeah. She had a
Yeah.
stern moment with him.
Yeah.
And then she just like walks off.
She smacks the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He can't believe it.
Yeah.
His face slipped.
Yeah. He's like shocked. but-
Yeah,
Yeah, and she just
Like-
like, don't say that. That's true.
yeah. Here's our other cat, Tom. He's messing around.
Yeah, he's usually a brat. But with
He's Henry-esque, I guess.
yeah, he's not that evil.
He's not evil. But he's the most moody, I guess you could say. Anyways, so yeah, and then she kind of, after Mark saying that, she kind of starts marinating on it, right? She kind of marinates on that.
Just to see, like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
is this true or?
yeah. So then she
Wow, you
sees Henry. Yeah,
Yeah.
She said, like, "Oh, so what happened on the ice?" And he's like, "Oh, she just fell."
Right.
And she's like, "Huh?" Like she kind of doesn't buy it, you know. And then maybe she's like putting things in her head together. She's putting two and two together.
She's trying to see
Yeah.
if she can connect the dots.
Yeah.
But is this while Quinn is still at the hospital and she's sitting on the bed next to her? Or
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. I think.
Oh, okay. Because I remember that he first gets to the hospital to quote unquote visit her,
Mm.
and he sees that she's on the bed, and he's about to
Oh.
grab the pillow, like he wants to suffocate her with it. But then the mom is there, and she's like, "Oh,
Oh yeah.
sorry."
Yeah. That is
She-
the part.
and then she goes, "I didn't know you were gonna come,"
No.
and that really surprises him because he didn't expect her to be there.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I meant to talk about that, the subtlety of that. It was almost like Hitchcockian, that scene.
Yeah,
Because
for sure.
Henry walks in and sees his sister just asleep alone. He walks in and he's like, huh, and he grabs a pillow, like he wants to like put it on her face. It's like he wants to like suffocate her with the
Yeah.
pillow. Because he grabs it and he walks in, and then all of a sudden it's like Henry, like you see that his mom. He didn't realize his mom was there in the back part of the room.
Right.
And he's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Mom," hi," and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just saying hi to her." Like
And then
he just
he puts the pillow.
yeah, and he's like, "Yeah, I just wanted to like, comfort her with this." It's like, he shows her
Ooh.
pillow.
She came at the right time.
yeah, he was trying to do something. Yeah, and then his mom acts like, "Oh, so what really happened there?"
Right.
He's like, "Oh, she just fell."
Right.
Plain stupid. And so Mark calls his dad, your boy Morse.
Yeah.
He calls him and he's like, "Dad, Henry's evil. He's fucking evil."
Well, he didn't say it like that.
Okay.
He
That was my reading,
Just-
writing.
He just said, yeah, he just said a lot of bad stuff has been happening, and Henry has been up to no good. Basically.
Yeah. But he's kind of like, "What?" He's like, I don't think he really fully buys what he's saying. Right? He's like, "Dude, I'm in Japan." He's like, "I'll buy some Pokemon shit."
Okay.
He's like, "Dude." But yeah, no one's believing him. Basically, they need to see it for themselves. They're never around when he's doing shit.
Yeah.
And he's like really manipulative. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how you know he's really evil, is that he can like swivel in and out of shit
For sure.
easily. Yeah. He's really manipulative. And there's a therapist, right?
Oh yeah, Dr. Davenport. That's her name.
Yeah. and Mark talks to her, right?
Yeah, well, the thing is that
Or
after that,
Henry talks.
well, Susan, who's Henry's mom,
Yeah.
actually suggested to Mark's dad, who's played by David Morse,
Mhm.
when he first dropped him off at their house. He said, I've been trying to talk to him, but he's not really connecting with me, so I don't know what to do. And she suggests him at the beginning that he can always go and talk to Dr. Davenport. So he's been seeing her. Actually, he wants to see her. You can see that he wants to see her a couple times, and he just doesn't really.
Yeah.
He claims that he just has nothing else to talk about.
Yeah.
Even though she tries to get more out of him.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, and then doesn't Henry talk to her?
Well, eventually he talks to her, but it was kind of like in the sense that he was already a step ahead of him because
Yeah.
well, when Mark called his dad to tell him all the crazy shit that Henry would do, and he because he asked him, did you already tell your aunt and uncle? And he said, yeah, but they won't believe me. And he said, why don't you talk to Dr. Davenport? And he said, he just said, I'm just having a hard time talking to her. But she probably won't believe me either. But he goes and tells her anyway. But when he gets to her practice, he sees Henry already there talking to her.
Yeah. There you go.
And playing innocent.
Yeah, and Henry low-key told her, she's like, oh, Mark is acting crazy. So now, and she believes Henry. She doesn't believe Mark. She believes Henry that Mark is the one acting crazy, trying to kill people. So now she's like, you got it. This kid's crazy. Watch him. So like, see, that's how manipulative he is. Yeah. Like he can frame people and he sets up shit. And he's pretty smart.
He's been looking to. Yeah.
He's smart, but so damn evil. Yeah. But then, and Mark got pissed off about that. So he tells Henry, he's like, oh, your mom is my mom, basically. And Henry's like, what? He's like, no, your mom is maggot food. That's what he tells her. Right? Like,
Yeah.
meaning that she's dead.
Yeah.
And he's like, no. He's like, my mom came back. She like reincarnated, and now she's in your mom. So now she's my mom. That's what he says. That's what he kind of tells him. And he tells his dad that earlier in the movie. He's like, oh, I think mom will come back in another form. It won't be as her, but she'll come back. And I guess he sees her in her.
Right.
Despite her smacking the shit out of him a couple scenes before that.
He still
thinks that's his mom.
Still believes it.
Yeah. And so he says that, and then it's another classic line. Because they were in the treehouse when he says that, and then he climbs back down. Yeah. And then Henry looks down at him. He's like, hey, Mark. And he looks up.
So, and he's like, yeah. He goes, don't fuck with me.
Yep. He tells him that. And then he's like, okay. Like, yeah. But that was another classic line.
Right.
Don't fuck with me.
And for a 10-year-old mistake.
It almost reminded me of Isley. Like, don't fuck with me. Like, so, not that we're trying to promote R. Kelly, but at least for what, if you've never seen the video for Download by R. Kelly, it's hilarious. You should watch it. Yeah. Starring R. Kelly, Garcelle Bouvet, and Ronald Isley. There you go. Yeah, it's a hilarious video. It's great. We watch it all the time. Yeah. Because the acting is hilarious. Yeah. And yeah, it's like, it reminds me of that. When he said, don't fuck with me, it's like, don't fuck with me, Mark. Yeah, watch that. Great song. Not trying to promote R. Kelly.
Just have to throw that.
Yeah. So then Mark goes to the kitchen, and Henry randomly is like, oh, eat whatever you want, Mark. Like, go ahead, eat anything. Eat anything you want. Like it's weird that he's telling him that.
Yeah, he said just go crazy in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Eat, drink, whatever you want.
Yeah, so then that makes Mark like get paranoid when he says that. Like he's like, it's like you poisoned everything, huh? And he's like, I didn't say that. And he's like, yeah, you fucking did. Like, why are you telling me to eat everything then? cut to him throwing all the food away.
And
And
garbage
yeah,
disposal.
yeah. And he's throwing all the shit away. And then he points out, he's like, look, see, I told you Mark's going crazy. He's throwing away all the food. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's a
his
setup.
manipulations. You know what I mean?
Setup.
Yeah.
So yeah, now Henry's parents think that Mark
Yeah.
is crazy.
So then they grab him like, Mark, get the fuck away from there. Like, stop doing that. Like,
Yeah.
they pull away. Yeah. So everyone hates Mark now. They
Right.
believe Henry, which is not how it was supposed to go, you know? Yeah. So he does a really good job of that. And then, one day Henry's mom was like, let me snoop around Henry's shit. So she goes into his room and starts just snooping around for stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Just to see what she can.
Right. And then she finds this rubber duck. That was the duck you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
The rubber duck.
Right.
And Henry walks in, he sees her, and he's getting defensive. He's like, Mom, what are you doing in here? She's like, oh, I'm just looking around, And she's like, he sees that she has that rubber duck, and he wants it back. He's like, give me that back. She's like, no, this is Richard's. Like,
Yeah.
and then he's like, I want that duck. It was mine first. And then you started to see him finally show off his crazy side to her.
Yeah. She sees it now.
Yeah.
Viewer sees it, but also.
Yeah, like he hid it pretty well from her, but then finally
It came out
like,
at
yeah.
that moment.
Yeah, she's a great duck.
Yeah, you're not hiding it.
Yeah. She's
Exposing it
yeah.
to your mom.
And he's like, yeah, my duck. And she's like, no, like I'm not getting it back to you. He's like, fuck you. Like,
He starts going crazy.
yeah, he starts going crazy, and he grabs a duck. He just grabs it there and runs off. And then he runs to the well where they threw that dog in there, and he throws that duck in there.
The sick ball where he threw the ball.
Yeah. I haven't seen this much well action since that Simpsons episode when Mark pretended he falls into
Yeah. Well, there is some well scenes in that first movie, Jeepers Creepers.
Oh yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
That came out way later. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit. Just thinking of a movie with the well in it.
Right.
Wait, you mean that Simpsons episode where they parody the Baby Jessica?
Lady of Mark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady of Mark. Yeah. That's what it's called. Yeah, because they parodied this. Did you ever hear about the situation? Was that in '84?
No, it was 87.
Oh, okay. It's earlier.
Yeah.
There was a baby, Jessica was her name, and she fell in this well. And they had the whole village or community had to get her out, and it made like worldwide news, right?
It did. Well, what happened was that, and that's another thing that, speaking of running up to answer the phone, because her mom had ran inside the house to answer the phone, and there was about an 8-inch well in their backyard that was never covered up, and the baby fell in, and she fell in several feet in deep. She probably fell in, probably about 30 feet in deep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
It's pretty crazy.
they had to dig holes so that rescuers go in and get her out of there.
Yeah.
And she was in there probably for at least like maybe a couple days.
Mm-hmm.
But luckily she survived it. And I know that eventually she had to get surgeries, and she even had to have a toe amputated because it later developed gangrene.
Yeah.
But other than that, she seems to this day, she seems to be doing pretty well. Other than that, and she said that she doesn't really remember anything that happened.
Yeah, well, she was a baby. Yeah. But like, didn't you say one of the guys died or killed himself?
Well, because one of her rescuers committed suicide because he's someone who got her out of the well, actually. And at first, the town was all like, "Yeah, you're a hero." And they were really
praising him.
Yeah, they were really praising him, and they were even going to feature him in the movie. But then when people didn't care about him anymore, it just made him feel useless. So he thought, shit, this is horrible. And he just, he killed himself.
That's crazy. The whole story. That, along with McDonald's Massacre, those are like the crazy 80s stories.
Yeah.
For real life.
At least 2 of them.
Yeah. I'm sure there was more.
But yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of well action. So the Simpsons episode was based on that real event, that Baby Jessica thing. So they made a parody of that, a radio part, which is a really funny episode. Despite the dark event that it's based on.
Yeah, but that just shows Bart being stupid.
Yeah, exactly. And then when I look at this, I mean, to me, Bart and Macaulay they're kind of like on a similar wavelength. You know what I mean? Like when you see Home Alone, I was like, oh, he's like Bart. Or when I see Bart, like those early episodes, yeah, I'm like, oh, he's like Macaulay. You know what I mean? Like these two blonde 10-year-old crazy guys. You know what I mean?
But do you know for sure that Bart was supposed to be blonde?
Well,
Because he was just all around yellow.
I guess that's an extension of his skin. Yeah, think about it. So Bart, Macaulay. Okay, so we're at this is kind of the last act of the film. So he throws that duck in the well, and Henry sees Mark, and since your mom is my mom now, or since my mom is your mom now, he's like, I'm just gonna kill it. That's what he tells him, right?
Yeah.
He's like, what? What do you mean? He's like, yeah. He's like, I don't care about her. She's your mom, so I can just kill it. And you'll have 2 dead moms. Like he basically tells him that, and Mark grabs a pair of scissors, and he's like about to stab him in the neck, and he's just like, ugh. And then, I think Henry knows he can't do it.
Yeah.
He's not as cold blooded as him. He's not evil like him, so he just.
But then Henry then walks in and he sees Mark.
Yeah.
Holding the scissors.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sees him holding the scissors up to Henry's neck, and he's like, "What the hell are you doing?" So he grabs him and he locks him in the den.
Yeah. And so that's the thing. Everybody hates Mark. Everybody thinks he's the crazy one. You're right. When it's really their own son. So I mean, how does he get out of the den?
So what happened? Before we get to that, then he sees that Henry is walking out with Susan, and because he tells her, "Mom, why don't we go for a walk like we did when I was little?" And Mark sees from the window that Susan and Henry are walking over towards that cliff. At least that's what he assumes that they're going to be doing. So he thinks, oh shit, I really need to get out of here. I really need to stop this. So the only way that he's able to get out, because he's locked in, he had to break one of the windows with a chair. And that was the way that he got out.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I forgot. Yeah. So he has to get a damn chair to break out of the damn den
and be able to catch up.
Yeah. And then that's another thing where he's like running his ass off trying to catch up because he knows that Henry's going to try to pull some shit.
Yeah.
Right. So they go out to the cliff, and his mom was around there. Henry basically he pushes her, right?
She loses.
Yeah,
she goes off the side, and she actually catches like a branch.
Yeah, she hangs on the side.
She was able to get caught by a branch and not go all the way down.
Yeah, luckily.
And then from there, she was able. They start fighting. They're fighting. She kind of gets her way up to the top.
Yeah. While they're like wrestling,
and then somehow they end up going off the side, and then she was able to grab them.
Yeah. So they wrestle, and then they end up rolling down the cliff themselves. And then she's
she's struggling she's struggling to hold on to both.
Yeah. I guess
that's when you see Henry do his last crowd, now he's talking.
He's pleading with her.
Now, like, Mom, don't let me go, Mom. I love you, Mom.
That's the thing. He's not talking normal. He's trying to sound normal,
but he
sounds robotic when he's saying those things.
It doesn't sound like it's really.
It doesn't sound natural.
Yeah, he's saying it.
He's saying it in a robotic voice. That's like, I love you, Mom. He's like, help me, Mom. Like, he's saying it
like a robot would say that. He's not saying it like a natural person.
He's not being real about it. He sounds like something from.
And Mark's not saying anything, but she felt like Mark was telling. He was telling the truth the whole time. He wasn't lying to me. And all that.
Exactly.
And I found out my son was
evil.
So he tried to. She probably realized at that point he did throw the daughter.
Right. Yeah. She started putting everything.
He started putting everything in her head, and I guess she weighed the option. If I had to save one of you, I'm gonna save the boy that I feel is the better son. I guess. We know that that's not her son.
Yeah.
But if you want to see it that way, say it that way. Then I'm gonna save the other.
I think she almost looked at it like, hey, I already lost one son. If I lose another one, it like kind of cancels it out, and I'll save the good son, and I'll have one good son and one good daughter.
The name of the movie.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. You say, well, I said called the good son because Mark was the good son.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the one that wasn't doing the evil.
Right. The evil that men do. Yeah. So
like song too.
Yeah. So she has them both, and then she
kind of just decides.
Like go. She only has the strength for
one.
Yeah.
It's too much. You can't pull
one with
because then her body weight would push her forward.
Exactly.
Like she was trying to pull both.
Exactly.
But she can.
I don't even know how the hell she even did that. I guess it was just her fight or flight.
Yeah. Just to be able to hold both for as long as she did.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty hard.
Yeah, exactly. So it was just like, hey, like if I have to save one, at least I'm saving the one.
Yeah.
Who
which is a crazy ending because I don't think I've ever seen a movie
the one
where
who didn't kill my baby.
Yeah.
Where mom has to choose between her own son and her non-biological son.
Yeah,
she chooses not her own son.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pretty intense thing.
Yeah.
So she saves her.
Then because we haven't seen another movie like this.
No, not really.
I can't think of another movie with the dynamic of a friend that moves in with this, a family,
right?
And he lost the mom, or it doesn't even have to be the same dynamic,
right.
But just showing kids and then showing one being good and one being evil.
Yeah,
not like this. Maybe there's some similar, but I think this movie is a standalone as far as what it showed and how kids can be evil and other kids can be good. And the battle of both seeing good versus evil. And then having the parent have to choose.
Right, exactly.
Being in a predicament where I can't pull both out.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it.
No, I haven't really either.
So that makes the movie a little bit more
unique.
Yeah. And, some people will say it's a classic. I think it's good.
I think it's a cult classic.
Yeah. It's not a general classic, but for what it was a classic.
Yeah. I'll talk about that. Let me just wrap it up and I'll get back to it. Actually. So, and the ending is kind of abrupt because that happens, it's like, okay, like now we can breathe a sigh of relief, even though it's like, dude, like your other son is dead now. You know what I mean? But like, I guess he was causing more harm than good.
That was your choice. Yeah. She felt like this was the best option.
Yeah. And then there's a dissolve, and now we see Mark. He's at the side. It's like in Arizona. I think it was probably on the ride back.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Because they show that in the beginning.
Yeah.
After the soccer, you see him like sitting.
It's like
So now it kind of goes back.
Yeah, it's like a flash forward.
Yeah.
So then you see him and he's looking over and he's doing kind of what she does on the cliffs, but now he's like reflecting on things.
Now he's reflecting
his life. And it's like he lost his mom, but it's like he has a new mom, but then he lost his brother too that he had. This crazy evil brother.
A lot of loss for him.
Yeah.
The mom in itself was a lot to use. And one you're more sad for. I mean, I don't think he was that sad that Henry passed. You're still dealing with it.
Yeah.
But it's like all the evil he was doing.
Yeah.
It's like, I didn't really need him.
Right.
He's not a good friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't mean you want him to die, but
you
don't feel as sad.
Right. He caused more pain.
Than
good. Yeah. So, and then it just ends like that. It ends kind of abruptly.
Yeah, that was the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a great film. Even at the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, I think it got underappreciated. And I think as kids, we liked it. We remembered it.
Yeah. But then it got forgotten.
And I think watching it now made me appreciate it more. Yeah, seeing it as an adult. Because like I said, I haven't watched it since I was a kid. Actually.
Oh, wow.
I didn't watch it when I'm in my 20s.
We actually watched it a couple years ago. Because I had been meaning to, but then it wasn't on anything. But then it was on Hulu like a couple years ago. I was like, let's watch it. Yeah.
I haven't watched it since then. Since like 93, 94.
No, I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Yeah, it's cool to re-see it.
Yeah.
And the acting still holds up.
Yeah.
Like I said, the storyline was good. And it's a unique movie we haven't seen another one since it. So.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It's a great movie.
And like you're saying, it being forgotten, and it's like, even though I think it's kind of a cult classic. And I mean, that's the thing. To me, Macaulay Culkin movies are like scarce resources. Like he didn't do that many of them. So whatever good ones there are, is like you kind of want to hold on to them. You know what I mean?
And to be honest, you didn't have any flops. As a kid, for the most part.
No,
all the movies we mentioned,
they're all hits.
you know, Home Alone was the I told him the grand slam, but
Yeah.
all these other movies are good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, he went on a good run, you know, and this is just another one in his collection that, you know, people should remember.
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I think us doing this podcast, it's kind of bringing up conversation about
Shedding light on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the rewatchable's doing it too.
Yeah,
Get
that
people.
helps.
Yeah.
And if you're of our generation or around our age,
Yeah.
you would have seen this as a kid probably.
Right.
And so now it's good to reflect, and, you know, a lot of kid movies get, you know, they get forgotten. So this is a good way to bring it back to the
Yeah, for sure. Like, yeah, I mean, looking at it, like the filmmaking was really good. Like, that's the thing. This Joseph Rubin director guy, like, that's the thing. If he did movies in the '60s, all these would be like classics. These would be like masterpieces. You know what I mean? But the fact that it's, you know, it's in the '90s, you know, people have already seen these type of movies before, so they're kind of like, oh, this is nothing that special. But I mean, I think he's a pretty talented
The
filmmaker.
location plays a big part too.
Oh yeah,
The fact that he shot it in a place where, you know, there's water,
Yeah.
hills, and all that, and then have a scene where it's like they're fighting around a cliff.
yeah, exactly.
That's all, you know, plays a part in how good it was.
Yeah,
Because he could have had the ending be way different.
right. Yeah,
And it
exactly.
still probably would have been good, but this made it more iconic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She has to choose by holding on to both arms on the ledge and all that. Like, he just obviously well thought out.
Yeah. Now the geography really helped.
Yeah. And that's because, like I said, having it in a place like that where there's hills and cliffs, like,
Right.
it adds to all.
He has a lot of stuff. I mean, there's thin ice. There's
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
where can
That
you get
was-
all that?
That was a perfect place to shoot the movie. To be honest
Right.
with you. Like,
Yeah,
it just set up everything well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, I wanted to mention that actually, there was a time when I was watching this movie quite a bit
Really?
around, yeah, in my late teens, early 20s.
Why was that? You just got really into it? Was that when you
Exactly.
first saw it?
Yeah, well, my aunt had the VHS because she got it back when it first came out,
Mhm.
and she was telling me, "Oh, we should watch this movie because I like it." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I know that movie." I was like, "Yeah, let's watch it." And
yeah.
yeah, we watched it and we just thought, "Oh gosh, this kid is evil," but that's part of what makes it good.
Yeah.
Really.
No.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's also for me like a movie I probably don't want to watch too much because
It's too depressing. And
it is a little bit,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Like reliving some of those scenes, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to
Yeah.
watch. You know what I'm
a
saying?
little bit, yeah.
You know, when you see the sister get thrown,
Yeah.
And
like
then
you
that
know
way-
it's a movie,
Yeah.
but you feel
Yeah,
it. You
it's-
know what I mean?
yeah.
You feel like I want to hit this little.
That
you know what I
shows
mean?
you the filmmaking and the acting.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. So
It has an effect on you. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I mean, for me anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a good movie, but that's how you know
It is.
That's how you know they
Yeah,
did their
yeah,
job.
exactly.
Because
That's what I'm saying.
you start to feel
You
the
feel
emotion.
emotion.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If it was just some shitty movie, you wouldn't feel anything.
I wouldn't feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the fact that like
It makes
you don't
feel
even
it.
you don't even want to watch it because it's so like
Because I already know,
painful. You know what I
all
mean?
the scenes that
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, it's for me.
Yeah.
It's how,
No, it's not
it's
something I'll
better.
put on Saturday.
Yeah,
evening,
yeah.
you know?
Like I don't mind rewatching this, but it's not gonna be a regular.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's watch Good Son every
Yeah.
Thursday. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not.
I like watching it if like no one has like for someone hasn't seen it before. I'm like, oh, you gotta watch.
Yeah,
this.
because then he can relive
Yeah,
that, or she
exactly.
can relive that with you.
Yeah, and then you could see
You
it
gotta
through their
yeah,
eyes.
see
you know?
it through their eyes, because you've already done it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly.
singing with someone else would be cool, but to see it again, I mean, unless it's been a long time, it's not a movie I probably want to go back and.
Right.
I gotta just let it. It's a standalone.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it. It's good.
Yeah. Like I'll be good for a few years.
Yeah, yeah.
just gonna get-
I'm not saying I'll never watch it. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be watching.
Yeah,
it.
I'm not in a rush to watch
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But great film. Great
Yeah.
acting.
For sure.
Anything else you guys want to add to this?
No, I think I said on my piece. So you guys can have
Oh,
your.
You have anything?
Okay, yeah, there is one more thing I do want to mention, and
One
that
last
is the Rotten Tomatoes rate.
Okay. Your Rotten Tomatoes game.
Let's hear it.
Right, guess. Okay. So I have to guess what the audience gave it on Rotten Tomatoes and what the critics.
Oh,
on
and
Rotten
then
Tomatoes.
we'll see if you
Yeah, and then see. I'm
This is cool.
usually I'm kind of good at this.
All right.
Believe it or not, I just have a
Yeah,
for it.
it depends.
Okay.
Let's see if you get.
Okay. So let me, and I like to think out my rationale for this. You know what I mean? So I'm saying critics. I don't think critics loved it that much. I think they probably would have thought, oh, pretty good dramatic turn for Macaulay and good kid acting. Good Elijah did a really good job. But I think they're probably like, it's a little too. Maybe critics might have thought it was gimmicky. maybe they thought it was a little too dark in a way, so that, I mean, believe it or not, critics take out points for that. At least some critics do. They might be like, maybe a movie is meant to be dark, but they might be like, oh, it's too dark. I'm going to take off points for that. I mean, like they let the content affect the quality, which I don't think they should do, but oftentimes they do that.
They do. Yeah.
So I'm not going to say too high. Maybe I'll go critics 75.
Oh no.
Too high?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Okay. That shocks me that it's that low.
Yeah.
Okay. 45? Still too high? What the fuck? What the fuck? That's shocking. 25?
26.
Oh my God. How could critics hate it that much?
And I'll get to that in a bit, but yeah, so that's
That really needs to,
that's the average rating from
that
critics.
really needs to be reappraised by critics.
Wow.
That's
That's
sleeping on.
that's crazy.
Because over time, when more critics watch it, they add more to the score.
Right.
And you would think if it's better over time, that would go up.
Why would it be so low?
Yeah, when it's still that low.
Yeah.
I mean, that shows you that people really haven't revisited it.
No.
Let me see. Okay, audience. That threw me for a loop. So audience, I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
I don't
Right?
know what the base out.
Yeah.
It's usually it's kind of like, it's rare that a movie is even keel on both fronts. You know what I mean?
It doesn't go.
Usually if the critics love it, audiences hate it. And then vice
They're on
versa.
opposite ends.
Yeah, usually. Yeah. But I'm thinking the audience has to be higher, at least higher than that, because that's too down.
What would you
It's
say?
hell.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't think that high either, because I might think the audience might be like, it's too dark too, which it's fine. It's fine for the audience.
It is dark.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. So I don't mind the audience being affected by the content, but I mind the critics. Yeah, because they shouldn't. That shouldn't be about. It should be all about the quality.
Right.
But I'll say, so for some reason, I'm thinking 67.
Those.
Too low?
No.
High?
Yeah, a little too.
54?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
54.
Okay. There you go. Second time.
Second
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
Okay.
So that was my rationale.
So yeah, 26% from critics.
Damn. That's shocking. I feel like that's just too low for either side.
Yeah. And that just shows probably rewatching it will change the
Yeah.
scores. Maybe for people.
These bastards need to go on Metacritic. Really.
Yeah, it's on Netflix right
Well,
Yeah.
now. Let us watch it.
Yeah.
let's see if they really have done that really recently or not. But looking up, why did The Good Son get bad reviews? And this is what I found. The 1983 thriller The Good Son received primarily negative reviews due to its unsettling subject matter, tonal inconsistencies, and a casting choice that many critics found jarring.
See, like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's their rationale, but we don't agree with it.
yeah, I don't agree.
But yeah.
If anything, that was brilliant of Macaulay to do that role, because he got tired of being like the stupid funny kid. You know,
Right.
he wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
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 Let me show you the dark side.
Yeah.
Because all of his other roles are not dark. My
Yeah.
Girl and all that.
Yeah.
It's just.
I mean, My Girl is actually like on the darker side in the fact that his character dies.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
but it's not dark in the
Yeah.
sense of him being dark.
Yeah, no.
He got stung by bees or something.
Yeah,
or he
yeah,
died.
Yeah,
that's how
he
I
was
bet.
allergic.
Yeah,
to it.
Yeah, but just the tone of the movie, you wouldn't expect that like in Home Alone, for
It's
example.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
But
So
it
in that
wasn't
sense,
his
it's dark.
character wasn't dark.
No, his character was.
Yeah. So
He
you
was a
can
happy
die.
go lucky character.
Yeah, he just happened to die.
He
But
just
this
had a
one,
sad arc.
he died and his character was
Fucked up. Yeah,
his character led him to his death.
right. Yeah,
Because if he wasn't, I think his mom would have saved him.
yeah, exactly. If he was a good kid, he probably wouldn't have died.
His mom would have pulled him up and let him.
Yeah. Or he wouldn't even have been in that situation.
Or they never would have been in this.
Yeah.
So either way, he would have survived.
Yeah. So, the whole critic thing is like culturally shocking, but
I mean,
Yeah.
it's Rotten
it is what it
Tomatoes.
is. Yeah.
But it shows you that people tend to be very sensitive
Yeah.
on what they consume.
And I
Yeah.
get it, maybe because it's kids too. But
Yeah.
that was 33 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
But that shows you
And so,
in the 90s, there was more of an edge to shit. And it's just gotten soft.
no, you wouldn't see
over
a
time.
Good Son in this today's time.
Yeah. No.
Like you wouldn't see a director come out with a movie like this.
No,
You
no.
just wouldn't. But in that time,
Yeah.
it was more edge cutting, where it's like
Right.
you can put out
Yeah.
like that, and it actually had some success.
Yeah. I guess the one good thing is because of that lack of edge nowadays, you wouldn't see a remake of this, which I wouldn't want anyways. I wouldn't want a
No,
remake.
because I want it to be a standard.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't want it to be worse.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you get remakes.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
you should have left it alone.
It would definitely be worse.
Yeah, I just feel like, nah, in today's time,
Yeah.
just leave it alone.
And you don't have little kids who can act that well nowadays anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have
It probably wouldn't even hit. Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't really have that. So
Yeah, you don't have Elijah Woods
No.
nowadays who are that young and that talented.
and that hitting on
Yeah,
the nose, like
Exactly.
they hit it on the nose. On
Yeah, they killed it.
what they did on that movie.
You know, and I kind of have even more respect for actors because actually me and Aileen did this acting workshop recently. We actually did it in TJ, and like we had to do certain exercises and stuff like that, and it really makes me respect actors more because I'm like shit, like because when you act and you're like killing it, it is like you're playing an instrument and killing it. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I can
like-
see the parallel.
yeah, it is like that, or it's like you're
Yeah.
playing basketball and you're killing it, like you're in the zone.
Any zone,
Something
like
killing
something.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I see these little kids, they're little fucking kids, and they're just like killing it. They're just like the faces they make, the
It's
movements they
impressive.
make. You're like, holy shit,
It's impressive to be that young
yeah,
and
and that talented.
and
Yeah,
to be that young and talented
Yeah.
in anything.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know? But better yet, in any form of creativity,
Right.
which acting is also
Yeah.
showing. You know, you can get into character, and create.
Yeah.
You know, to a degree. So
Yeah, and like I said before, you know, when they asked
it's
Jeff Daniels, I'm gonna wrap this up. One last thing, Jeff Daniels, you know, he's known mainly for dramas, but they asked him like, "Oh, but you've been in Dumb and Dumber, which is one of the biggest comedies of all time. You know, like how do you figure that?" And he's like, "Well, you know, when you go to the theater, he's like, there's two masks on the wall. He's like, there's a happy mask and a sad mask. He's like, you got to be able to do both. If you're a real actor, you can do both." And I think that's what Macaulay was trying to show.
Yeah.
He's like, you see me as the happy kid. Now
Yeah.
I want to show you dark side. Here. You know what I mean?
I think that's a good point.
That's a good note to end on.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. Briterion Bollection. Good
Yeah.
son. Tune in next time for our next film, which we'll surprise you with.
Don't know yet, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something good. We got something good cooking up.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. We'll see what
If
it
you
is.
enjoyed this, I'll go.
Right.
Peace. All right. Good job, guys. I think we did good.